Hello, this is Jamie. Welcome to Jamie's Pen Adventures and welcome to today's video. I decided to share with you a journal with me that I did a couple weeks ago. I especially wanted to share it with you because I journal about my two main characters that are in my novel. And the reason why I decided to do this was because I'm kind of having a hard time writing my characters currently and decided that I was going to make kind of a mood board-esque journal pages dedicated to each one. So my main character, Sakari, will be taking over the right page. And I'm just picking out stickers right now that I think would go really well with what I'm thinking about. And and then the left page will be for my main character's love interest, who's also sort of a main character, Iris. So most of the materials I'm going to be using today are, especially these papers right here, and I bring out some tags too that are all from the Your Creative Studio vintage stationery box. Yep, see those are the tags, and I'll link them down below. I just recently started subscribing to this stationery box, and if you love vintage ephemera, stationery, papers, stamps, this is the box for you. I even got a couple bookmarks, so I love reading as well, so it was really great. And 90% of the stickers that I used are from Sticky Club. They are also a sticker subscription box. Not a box, just a sticker subscription, and they have 3 themes that you can pick from. I get the retro pack. I've been subscribed to them for I think almost 3 years, so I have a lot of stickers from them. I'm truly obsessed. So right now I decided that I didn't like the blank white page today, and so I'm gonna cover the background with some watercolor. I really like doing that. I really love covering the whole page. Are you guys art journalers out there? Are you writers? Are you both like me? If you are a writer and a journaler, do you journal about your characters or about your story? I tend to do it quite frequently. It kind of allows my creative outlet to kind of change mediums, and it makes me think about my story in different ways. And since I struggle a lot with characters and character development, I often do it for my characters. So I got this nice like teal green color that I was hoping would match that thick washi tape that I used. I thought it kind of clashed after I finished up, but you know, the color and the tape were already on the page, so I just had to run with it. I later decide that I'm going to kind of cover up the washi tape a bit with some layering of other things to kind of dull out the colors of it. That washi tape I got from Jet Pens as well. Most of my supplies as well, if it's not from a subscription, I get from Jet Pens. And I will try to link everything that I use down below as well, if you all are interested. If you all are journalers out there, what kind of journaling do you do? I kind of call my journaling style art journaling, collagey, vintage, floral, just all those buzzwords. I love layering different things like washi tape or different papers or tissue paper or tons. I love stickers. I got that washi tape I'm putting down a long time ago. I'm not really sure where I got it, so I don't think I'll be able to link that one. But yeah, this is my first Journal With Me video up on my channel, and I'm very excited about it. This was so much fun to create, and it's so fun to share this with you guys. And even if you guys aren't journalers out there and you're just writers, the exercise that I do later, I highly recommend. Like, just using different outlets to express your story in different ways. I know a lot of writers out there use Pinterest and make mood boards for how they see like their setting or things like that. This is kind of like my analog version of Pinterest. That glue stick I absolutely love. It's square, so you can get into all the corners. I also got that from Your Creative Studio, but I loved it so much that I bought 2 more off of JetPens. I'm an addict, stationary addict, what can I say? So right now I'm just, a lot of what I do if I do a 2-page spread like this is that I try to mirror what I do in opposite corners. So there's what I plan to be Iris, and then there's Sakari. So I wanted them in opposite corners like that. And these stickers are from Sticky Club. They are mermaids. My characters in my novel are not mermaids, but they were so magical looking, and I couldn't pass them up, and the colors worked so well. The pens that I'm laying out right now are Zebra Sarasa pens in the vintage colors. They are divine. I absolutely love them. Their colors are just so yummy. And the markers that I pulled out earlier are new. They are new to me. They are the Zig clear dot markers. They're dual tone. They're really fun. They're meant to make dots on your page. Of course, I don't use them that way in this particular spread, but they're super fun. I'm currently doing NaNoWriMo, Camp NaNoWriMo right now. Are you doing NaNoWriMo? My goal this month is 25,000. I'm only at 7,000, so I'm quite behind. But, you know, it's still only the 20th. I think I'll try to get ahead at some point. I have faith. The wolf that I just put down, I love these stickers as well. Sakari rides a giant wolf in my book, so I decided to put the wolf down to represent that. And that moth, I want it to be a butterfly because there's a lot of butterfly imagery and just a lot of butterflies in general in my story, but I think that's a moth, but we're going to pretend it's a butterfly because it matched the wolf really well. And I just add a whole bunch of floral sticker and mushrooms and all. A lot of my story takes place in this like magical forest and by rivers, so I thought that matched really well. It's kind of what I do. I take what I can. Sometimes I get inspiration from my book, sometimes from a certain sticker I make a whole spread around, sometimes it's based off a feeling or a quote. I recently switched my subscription for Sticky Club to the Pop Pack for July, and there's a reason. The theme for that month, I'm very inspired to do another 2-page spread, and I think I'm going to share that with you guys, so stay tuned for that one. So right now I'm just writing their names, so this is what I picture Iris to be. I guess if she was a mermaid. She's not. They're demi-goddesses. And Iris is very much like an opposite personality of Sakari. Sakari is very rash, has a darker side to her. She's been through hell, so she's very rough around the edges. Whereas Iris is softer, more patient, and she's actually more holy as well. So here's where I grab my little scrap plate and I grab some themes to layer up that on that washi tape because I was really annoyed how much it was clashing. It actually doesn't look like it's clashing too much when you look at it on camera. But in life, in real life, I guess, it was really bothering me. So that translucent paper. It's kind of like this homemade paper with actual leaves embedded in it, also from your creative studio, and then just some scrap paper that I found. Do you keep all your scraps from all your projects? I even keep scraps from like packages that I get in the mail or things I get from if I'm out in the world. Of course, that's not really happening right now. So I thought this was looking pretty good so far, but I still, wanted to add more and more. I thought I was going to add more with that piece of paper, but decided sometimes enough is as good as a feast, as Mary Poppins would say. So I just added more washi instead. These are some sticker flakes that I get from Sticky Club as well. Sometimes they include stationery items like cards like these. And so I wanted to put something in the middle because I didn't want my characters to be too separated. I wanted something to join them together as they will be falling in love eventually. I used to be leery of cutting beautiful things like that in half, but it's for the good of the spine of the book. Oh, I didn't mention this before, but I'm working in a Hobonichi Cousin Techo in the Avec. So it's the two books in 1 year. Highly recommend. Their paper is amazing. I really love the size. If you're really into journaling, it also has weeks and months, weekly pages and monthly pages. So it's also my planner. I thought the edges were a little too rough, so I decided to add this washi tape. It's like herbs, and I always joke that if Scarborough Fair was a washi tape, that's what it would look like. This is an interesting item that I just got as well. It's a type of wax, gilding wax, I guess you would call it. When you put your finger on it, the warmth softens it, and then you can add it as accents, or at least that's how I use it. But it adds like this shimmering rose gold effect, and it's just so lovely and adds such a extra element. It can get a little messy, but that's okay. This is a sticker not from Sticky Club. This is a Happy Planner sticker book. It's the Homebody edition, which has come in quite handy during quarantine, let me tell you. I wanted to put some words, and I found this Just Focus sticker, which I think is valid because I need to focus on my novel more instead of, distracted and journaling about it. I should write about it. So here I'm just explaining how I kind of journal, and I always start my entries with Dear Love, and I always end them with Auf Wiedersehen. Those phrases are very dear and special to my heart. Auf Wiedersehen is until we meet again in German, and I am German, and I always come back to my journal. Dear Love is special because, well, whatever I'm doing in my journal is always comes from my heart, comes from love. So what I usually do with my characters in my journal is I usually just bullet point their characteristics or what I want them to be. But instead here I decided I would do a stream of consciousness, but through their perspective. So if they had their own journals and they were by their river, what would they be talking about? What would they be thinking about? What are their worries, their fears, their hopes? And anyone who's struggling with writing characters, I highly recommend doing this. You don't have to do an elaborate page such as I did here, but grab any journal or piece of scratch paper and just write down their stream of consciousness. I found it so helpful and so useful and so enlightening that I think I'll do it again, especially for Iris because I'm writing her for the first time right now, and it's just so freeing just to write in their perspective, and I found out things I didn't know about them. And I gotta tell you, if you're writers out there, that's just some of the best moments that you can ever ask for. I love how the text wraps around my stickers and all. It makes me feel happy. So right now, the page is pretty much done, but I kind of add some accents to it. I highlight the letters. I add some like lines and dots around or stitch markers just to kind of add a little something extra. Also, I just hate blank spots typically. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video or like more journaling content or more writing content, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button to see more of my videos. Thank you so much. Have a great day.